The history of communication. The roots of the word communication, communis or common, accurately portray its purpose. In communication, the speaker is attempting to be one with the listener. In the process of being one, we develop a communion, a transaction, a dialogue. At its foundation, communication involves a uniting and exchanging of thoughts. As a result, the speaker is obligated to create a clear picture of reality to stimulate listeners to make common his or her thoughts. The history of communication dates back to the prehistoric times, with significant changes in communication technologies, media and appropriate inscription tools, evolving with shifts in political and economic systems, and by extensions, systems of power. Human communication was revolutionized with origin of language or speech appropriately 5 lakhs years ago. Symbols were developed about 30,000 years ago. The development of language allowed easier dissemination of ideas and stimulated inventions. This eventually resulted in the creation of new forms of communications, improving both the range at which people could communicate and the longevity of the information. All of those inventions were based on the key concept of the speech and symbol. For the next 3 lakhs years, nothing much changed drastically. People either spoke to each other directly or symbols, which represented speech, were used as alphabets to construct the message and was taken physically from the sender to the receiver. All this changed with the inventions of the telegraph. The reason we emphasize on telegraph is because the creation of the telegraph in the 1800s brought about generational change in communication. The invention of the telegraph led to the communication such as radio, emails, and television. In 1836, Samuel Morse built the first telegraph system from Washington to Baltimore using cable lines across the Atlantic Ocean. He used a set of signals that could represent language in telegraph messages, also known as Morse code. The telegraph was the first major milestone in the development of communication technology because it led to many of the things we use today, and it's similar to techniques we use today. Expansion in the past technology has made it possible for many of the things we use today, such as telephones, radio, cable television, internet, and mobile phones. It was not long after the telegraph became a success before the next progression in technology came along, the telephone. Another major advancement in technology that mankind has benefited from is the cell phone. Cell phones have evolved immensely since 1983, both in design and function. This involvement brought a whole new meaning to the term of multitasking. Cell phones today can do any and everything from sending text messages to emails to upload video and pictures, and most importantly, downloading applications from everything. Communication technology for future should be more compatible with people's needs. Tablets should be nano-sized, light and sleek, interactive and portable. Users should be able to explore endless possibilities from writing Word documents to creating and designing websites. Future tablets should be able to bend, fold, and roll while giving the user the experience of reading a book or a magazine. Prospective tablets should allow users to browse the web, take pictures, upload, and watch videos. Upcoming tablets should not take away people interacting with each other, but it should enhance people's interaction globally. Upcoming tablets should translate different languages, making it easy for users to communicate internationally. The future holds a lot of promise for auto voice translating and interpreting, which will remove any language barriers. The future progression in technology will change the dynamics of communication all across the world, in the classroom, the workplace, and in the public sphere. Communication is necessary for the survival of the human race. But have we taken it too far? Love it or hate it, communication technology is here to stay and will only continue to expand in future.